Hi everyone, welcome to the BME Life. My name is Mary, and as you guys can see, today we have a very special guest. This is Brenda. She is in my VME 2020 class. We've known each other ever since physiology, so we've been through a lot together. But today we're going to be talking about a infrared pulse sensor that Brenda and her team worked on for bioinstrumentation. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Brenda. I'm a junior at UTSA. I've been going to UTSA since my freshman year. So I think, Maddie, you were here junior year.
Yeah.
Yes, so I've been a little bit more around at UTSA.
Okay, so Brenda, how did you start this project, or like what made you start this project?
Oh, thanks for asking, Maddie. Well, I really got interested into like circuits and electronics since last semester, I think. Yes. So I heard about this microcontroller called Arduino, and I got really interested in it. So I thought, well, I want to do a project about it someday. We have this class called Bioinstrumentation, the one we just took this semester. I hope we both got an A.
I think we did. I hope so.
I got together with some people that were interested to do a project with Arduino for that class. And yes, we thought about doing a pulse sensor because that would use Arduino, and then that would use a biomedical application. So. There you go, that's how it came to be.
And I know you guys did this with the Honors College, right? How does that work?
The Honors College is a program where you can graduate with your own curriculum, with your own set of classes and set of new skills. For engineering students, you can, and for any kind of student, you can contract a class, which means that you get credit for Honors College by doing a project with a professor. So for example, we did a project for bioinstrumentation. So when we completed our project and we did a report and a presentation to our professor, we got honors credit.
Nice. Can you give us a little bit of background on how the sensor works? Or how an infrared pulse sensor works? Yeah.
So the main components, I would say, or the most characteristic components of an infrared pulse sensor are an infrared emitter and an infrared detector, which they look like LEDs, like little LEDs, and the emitter is blue and it emits the infrared lights, and then the receptor or the receiver is clear and it receives all the reflection of the infrared light. So how it works is that you have both the emitter and detector together. You put your finger over it, and then the emitter would transmit the light to your finger, and then the receptor would get the light reflected by the blood that circulates in your finger. And then you have other components like amplifiers that amplify your signal, and then you have the Arduino, which processes the signal.
And that is connected to your computer, right? And that's where you see the...
Yes. So like Dr. Tang said, you have your measurement, which is what you're measuring, so the blood in your finger, the pulse. So then you have your sensor, which would be the infrared components. Signal processing, which is the circuitry and the Arduino, and then you have your output display, which would be the Arduino would be connected to the computer, and then you get your graphs or your output in the computer.
How much would you say that the whole building cost in total?
Ooh. Well, I bought an Arduino kit over the summer. I actually bought a kit that is not the original Arduino, like a Chinese version.
Oh, okay.
So instead of paying $99 for the kit, I paid $40. like $40. So I already had the Arduino, so the rest of the things that we bought were like $50 in total, like I would say 60 just in case. But I bought a soldering kit, and I bought like a pack of different sizes of, or different resistors, and also the components. So that was a little bit pricey, but $60 is not too bad. Not too bad.
I was thinking, like, as a BME student, we take all these classes. What classes do you think like actually helped you? Like you were building this and you were like, oh, I learned that in this class. Or what classes do you think you'll take in the future, and maybe you will look back and be like, oh, like the sensor I built?
For VME, I think the only class that has actually helped to build this sensor would be bioinstrumentation. But it's just because of the idea of like, okay, you have your measure and your detector, your signal processing, your output display. But I think I told you, but I'm taking circuits, or well, I took circuits this semester. So that helped me a little bit to understand more. But I think the labs, just like working together in teams, trying to work on something physical specific, that's what helped us. Well, helped my team like coordinate well, like divide tasks. I think what helped most about classes is like the working as a team aspect. But concept-wise, there aren't very many classes.
What benefits are you taking from this experience?
First of all, I think I put it on my presentation for Dr. Tang. We learned a lot of perseverance, or perseverance. Right, Adrian? How do you
Perseverance.
So we learned a lot of perseverance because we did 4 prototypes. It was really frustrating to do work on the project 3 times and for it to not work. But also one thing that I'm really proud about is that I learned soldering, how to solder like the circuit components, like this one. I mean, it doesn't look too pretty.
No.
But
yeah,
like I'm very proud because it was super hard, and I know some electrical engineering students that also struggle with that. So I think at least if I match them, like I think I'm okay with that. Like I'm very happy about that. I believe it's really good to just learn about other things outside of the classroom. And not many classes prepare you to do this kind of projects. So doing them on your own and kind of figuring out things on your own is really helpful because it gives you another perspective. I'm really happy to have done this project because I accomplished my goal of working with circuits like I liked, but also like I worked on a biomedical application, and that's something good I can put like on my resume and to tell other like professors and other students that are coming to UTSA or to my peers. It was overall a very nice experience.
What were some of the major challenges that you experienced, you and your team experienced while working on this project?
I think the time commitment, it was a little bit of a challenge. I remember the first day we met, we thought, we'll meet the whole day, get this done in 8-9 hours. No, not even 6 hours. Well, no, we got stuck on the soldering for most of the time. We got stuck on like working with the little cables, like an hour or 2, and just figuring out how to put where to put the resistors, where to put the capacitors, how are we gonna do this and that. It was very challenging. Soldering was hard. I can't emphasize that enough. It was really hard. I thought it was gonna be really easy, but no. The code part. Luckily, we found code, support for the code on the internet, but we, my team and I didn't know how to code and or barely know how code works. So that was the challenging part. We had to ask for help from an electrical engineering master's student.
Oh, wow.
So that was a challenge, definitely.
Okay, guys, well, I think that concludes this video. Thank you, Brenda, so much for coming after your finals and stuff. I know you just wanted to go home, but thank you for coming. And
thank you for having me.
Thank you. And you can follow Brenda. We'll be putting her Instagram right here. And then you can follow me at the BME Life. And also go check out Brenda's new song on her YouTube channel. We'll put it right here. It's really good. You should listen to it. Yes, subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
If you want to learn more about what I did building the little pulse sensor, I think Mary, you will put the...
Yes, I will put the link to your presentation or her report down here, so you can see more details about her project.
Yeah, check it out.